Have you met this nigga before?
Huh?
Huh? Right. I just want you to tell the people the truth.
Okay, people. I had never met this dude before in my life. Him and I had only been introduced to each other and really not even technically introduced to each other. Met each other through social media. At that time, Facebook was popular. We became Facebook friends, and yeah, back to the story.
Back to the story. So Ty was like, I got a friend or whatever that's in Greensboro. We got a place to crash. Yeah, whatever. Speaking of fucking crash, bitch.
Oh my gosh, the drama.
The drama. I am your dramatic host, so I'm going to give it to you that way. Speaking of crash.
I love the drama because it was so dramatic.
It was really dramatic, Ty. Like, I'm not going to lie. So Ty the dude was like, I'm not there yet. I'll be there later today. You guys can go ahead and go upstairs and get settled. So we were like, nah, we'll wait. Ty suggested that we go to the mall. Okay. So I'm like, cool, let's put it in the GPS. He's trying to do it on his phone. To be honest, I don't know what Ty was doing on his phone. I thought he was putting it on his phone. So I started putting it in my phone too. Mind you,
I thought I was putting it in my phone.
To be honest, you probably was, but you probably wasn't moving as fast as I needed you to move. Because we were at a stop sign and somebody was coming up behind me.
Yes.
So what happened was that, okay, so it's clicking with me now. I was 20 when we went to Greensboro because we had liquor in the car. And the first day, I just remember, I'm putting it in the GPS. You said something, and I'm like, all right. So I started driving, not looking left or right. I might need to watch what I say because the police, I gotta watch what I say because the police were like, okay, nobody was in the wrong. You're okay. I didn't get no tickets, no citations, nothing. They let me go. Yeah, I pulled off from that stop sign. What?
I said, by the grace of God, we did not get into any legal trouble.
We did not get into any legal trouble. What I do remember was I pulled off from the stop sign and Tyquan went, oh my God. And I looked at him and said, what? And bitch, I ran into this Cadillac. This Cadillac was like, so this was what, 2013, 2012?
This was 2012.
So this Cadillac has to have been like a 2011, 2012. Like it was a newer Cadillac.
Oh, it was a nice Cadillac. And I feel like it was gray. Wasn't it gray?
It was black. And so I was in, mind you, I was in the new car that I had because the previous car that I had got either stolen or towed. I really had a rough ass sophomore year. I'm not gonna lie.
Do we think it got towed?
I was like, it got towed because we were leaving Scorpio. We were leaving the club. And what I remember was parking the car across the street because it was too cold to walk from the student parking lot to where our dorm was. And so what I remember was I said, I'm gonna park here and in the morning I will move my car. But what I think happened was I parked my car a little too close to a driveway and I feel like it got towed. I called the police station, had the people looking for my car. To be honest, I really feel like they was not looking for my car. Okay, yeah. I feel like they weren't looking. And they were like, we cannot find your car. We don't know. So we had to report the car stolen. And then the insurance company gave me money to get a new car. So I had a new car that I just totaled. I just remember Tyquan was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And I just T-boned the fuck out of this dude's car. I don't care what nobody say. That nigga was flying. That nigga was driving fast. Okay?
He was speeding.
That nigga was flying on that road. I'm just glad he didn't T-bone us because we would have been fucked.
No, and it definitely would have hit my side.
It would have definitely hit your side. Oh my God. It would have definitely hit your side.
I'm like, and I would have got all of that car. Like that Cadillac would have
you would have ate that Cadillac.
It would have ate me. Like I'm looking back on it.
No, Cadillacs are built tough.
when you just said, like, I'm so glad he didn't T-bone us, I haven't thought up until that moment that, oh, that actually would have hit my side of the car. Like, and the impact
It would have, by the grace of
was
God.
going, the speed, like, because you hit him this way and he was going fast. And
Yeah,
you hit him
I
hard
T-boned him.
to the point that airbags came out. So I know if he would have hit us from the side, like, it for sure would have pushed us up the street.
And we would have hit other cars because it was cars lined up and down, all up and down that road.
No, for sure, he would have pushed us like that. So your car, your front and back would have just tore up all those.
Tore up every fucking thing.
Now that would have been such a bigger scene than we.
It would have been so chaotic. So all I remember was me, oh my God, like I'm not thinking about myself. I'm just like, oh my God, Tyquan, are you okay? I looked at Tyquan. Tyquan's like, yeah, I'm okay. Like Tyquan's just shaking up like a damn puppy that just got out the tub. I look, bitches on the balcony. Everybody got their cameras out. Bitch, I'm embarrassed. I am fucking embarrassed, bitch. I'm like, I just fucked up this nigga's day and our day. What the fuck just happened? So I jumped out the car.
We're not supposed to be in Greensboro anyway.
We're not supposed to be in Greensboro. So I jumped out.
Rock Hill.
But it was a weekend, so it really didn't matter. So I jump out the car after checking on Tyquan, and I run to the Cadillac, and I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you all right? He's shaking his head like, yeah. And I'm looking, I'm like, this nigga wasn't supposed to be driving this car. This is not his car. That what was running through my mind. I'm like, this, because the way he was sitting in that car, he was looking like, oh my fucking God, like I fucked up, he fucked up, we all fucked up. I run back to the car is starting to smoke. Tyquan is still, seatbelt still on. This bitch is in the fucking passenger seat, stuck. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out the car is smoking.
Just in shock.
You were really in shock, because that was your first accident, wasn't it?
That was like my first real car accident that I've ever experienced. So I was just like, and because it all happened so fast, like we were just in.
We just got in Greensboro.
Just was in his apartment. We literally pulled into the parking's lot. I feel like I called him and he was like, oh, I'm not out right now. I'm not in my apartment right now. I'm out right now. Mind you guys, the reason he was out, he was pledging at the time. So he was being hazed like during this whole time, which I wish he would have just said, hey, I'm pledging right now.
Yeah, like I wish he would have just been upfront and said, you know, I'm dealing with something right now, so I'm not going to be really available. Bitch, we wouldn't have came.
Like we were just in his parking lot. It was not even, that all happened within a minute. We pulled out of the parking lot, turned left up onto a street. There was a stop sign, and then past the stop sign, there was a bush. You're technically stopping behind the bush because the stop sign is before the bush, when the stop sign should have been where the bush was, but we're not going to go there. So we couldn't see. So I think that's why I was like, or maybe you probably felt like, and I probably, when you said I said something, I probably was like, oh yeah, you're fine, like to go, because we didn't see anybody coming.
But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just was so like distraught in that moment. I'm like, I just got this fucking car. I just lost my other car. What the fuck is happening to me right now? And so we ended up riding the ambulance. If I'm okay to call an Uber or call a relative, I'm not getting on an ambulance, bitch. An ambulance costs too fucking much.